Hi creatives, Lauren Elizabeth here and Rizzo with Lauren Elizabeth Animal Art. I'm glad to have you if you're new. I am on the third day of a video series where I cover 3 powerful guides that are very much necessary if you want to unlock your artist style. So I'll link those 2 videos down below. This is the last video where I cover how you can minimize all those overwhelming creative decisions to come up with that main central idea. Like, what do you do now with all those sketchbook doodles and drawings and colorings? How do you know which elements and principles to choose? Well, to explain this, I'm actually going to share with you a lesson that hasn't even gone live in my original Animal Artist course. It will actually be uploaded on April 30th. So I'm going to share with you how you can focus on telling a story in your art. A compelling story that really draws your viewers in, gets them interested, gets them engaged. Then once we have these core parts of the puzzle, these main pieces, then we can start to more easily build the original piece by piece. So let us begin by coming up and defining that main central idea. This is that message or theme, feeling or emotion that we want to convey, communicate to our audience. So this is kind of like us working with the end in mind. We want to define that main idea into maybe one word or one sentence or one phrase, thinking of the big picture, what we envision before we get started. So let me give you 3 examples of main ideas. So a concept could be human connection. You could be trying to convey the beauty and the complexity of human connection using 2 very different animals. Now, a second example that you could place in a sentence is the astonishing strength and resilience of nature. You could show how nature reclaims spaces, or plants even growing through concrete or wood, or the regeneration of forests. Or this could be so simple, and that main idea is simply joy. And you use a puppy next to a bright yellow sunflower in your original painting. Now, you definitely don't want to overthink this, but this needs to hold some weight. It needs to be meaningful to you. It needs to be connected to that personal shape. This is where I encourage you to flip through your sketchbook and look at any drawings, any color schemes that causes you to become curious, things that bring out joy, an emotion of sadness, an emotion of excitement. As you're flipping through these spreads, do you notice any patterns? Do you notice a theme that keeps repeating itself? Well, maybe that's your central idea. Now, depending on your personality, you may want to develop a sketch or doodle a little bit more to explore that idea. You may want to do that on a whole separate blank spread. But once we have that simple or maybe more complex idea, now we can build every other thing from it. Now, the next part in this storytelling roadmap is where we define the mood. So the mood is the emotional tone that an original piece is conveying. So once again, I'll give you 3 examples of the mood and how we could potentially explore this in an original. So the main central idea could be defined as the awakening of spring, and the mood could be joy again, and the painting could be a little bunny rabbit coming out of its burrow with energetic, bold colors, a playful little bunny, big brush strokes, a lively painting with lots of flowers. Now for the next example, the concept could be working through grief, and the main mood could be grief. The original painting could be a wolf coming out of fog, but as it's moving forward from the darkness, there's light shining on its face. And it could be in a dark forest. It can be a very dark, moody painting, but still with some kind of resolve, with hope in the near future. I have another good one, and it's even getting the wheels turning for an original painting. The central idea could be an overcomer, and the mood could be strength and energy. of a lion screaming, roaring at the top of its lungs with its mouth open at a group of hyenas. And that size of that lion is so much bigger than those vicious hyenas. So you see, this is more of that brainstorming process in that sketchbook preparation. And it can also happen in the process of creating that original. So once you've come up with that central idea, once you've determined the mood, now it's time to define the main subject or subjects. Just like a story, art will have a main character. Not always, but definitely in animal art. And as you heard me giving those examples, this process can already bring up some of those subjects. You may have already defined your subject or subjects, but you want that animal or those animals to help you tell that story, to help you convey that main idea and express that mood. So this is something, again, where we go back to some personal associations, how we connect different emotions to specific animals, and also more universal ones. I gave you an example of the lion. Lions are commonly connected with the theme of loyalty, strength, courage, but that might not be something that you connect with lions. This can often require some more research, some more searching for those awesome reference photos. I know for me, a lot of the time, these reference photos that I find on my spare time, I'm always looking for reference photos. The good ones is that the ones I decide to use are the ones that immediately stirs up an emotion. It stirs up maybe a memory from my past, or it resonates with me because of something I'm going through right now in present time, or it reminds me of a wonderful movie that I watched. That's when I know, okay, that's the one. All right, so we have the main idea, we have the mood defined, we've chosen our main subject or subjects. Next, it's time to set the scene. So this includes the background and foreground, all of which are going to help further support your main idea and that mood, containing the right elements and principles of art. Those I went over in video 1 in this series. All right, creative, so in order to get the full rest of this lesson and the guide to my art storytelling roadmap that is coming on April 30th in my original Animal Artist course and monthly challenge, one of many lessons and tutorials that are in there to help you not only unlock your style, but build these unique, authentic originals. It closes tonight, guys, at midnight Central Time. After that, I'll have it closed. Registration will be closed for months. So I have a link to that down below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.